What is prescribed debt? Firstly, debt does not last forever. If a credit provider has not claimed payment from you as a consumer over 3 consecutive years, then the debt falls away. Now, how does a credit provider could have claimed within 3 years? The credit provider could have made you sign an acknowledgement of debt. If the credit provider has not made you sign an acknowledgement of debt within 3 consecutive years, or the credit provider has not sent you a summons or a letter of demand, or you have not made any payment towards a debt within 3 consecutive years, then that debt becomes prescribed. Now, the question is, if you see in your credit profile that you have debt that you have not been summoned on for the past 3 consecutive years, what are your options? The first option is to go to your credit provider and ask that private credit provider to remove that listing from the credit bureau, because the credit provider has to write that debt off and remove it from the credit bureau. Now, if the credit provider does not remove it from the credit bureau, you also have the right to go directly to the credit bureau. You know, the four big ones that we've got in South Africa. We've got TransUnion, we've got Experian, we've got XDS. Just go to the credit bureaus and on your own challenge the credit bureaus about the prescribed debt. The credit bureaus will do an investigation, and over 20 business days they must either have removed that or give you reasons of why it could not be removed. If you are a consumer who's over indebted and you think some of your debts might have prescribed, go to the debt counselor. That is the services that we provide as well, whereby the debt counselor will look at your credit profile, and the debt counselor has to first look if in your credit profile there are any debts that has prescribed. The debt counselor is obligated to look for prescribed debt on your credit profile, and also the debt counselor has to look if there are any forms of reckless lending. But today, let us confine ourselves to prescribed debt. And then the debt counselor will ask your credit providers to have that debt written off and removed from your credit profile, so that you can continue with the debts that are current and not prescribed.